So good morning, YouTubers, Facebookers, family, friends, business partners. How are y'all this morning?
Good morning.
Been here in the port city here on the coast, and it's JerryAlleFiles. So we decided to do a video because I am a busy mom. If you don't know already, we have 5 children. You know, it's kind of hard to balance working home a lot. You know, we drop the kids off. The Thanksgiving holiday is upon us. They get out today, and they're going to be home the rest of the week, and it's just Tuesday. So I'm already a little bit frazzled, and I'm like, whoo, how's this going to work? And I'm out of school, so I'm trying to balance working home. So I wanted to talk about how I actually do that. And, you know, I'm analytical. He's just, you know, it is what it is. Take a day at a time. So I'm trying to get him organized and planned too. So we're just going to kind of talk about how we do our day-to-day. And he handles work. I handle, you know, home. And we both handle the business that we do collectively together. And as well as my schooling. So I'm actually headed to the bank right now. So as soon as I get there, we're going to do some talking. But in the meanwhile, let me tell you why I'm headed to the bank. So, you know, we're both entrepreneurs, and, you know, we focus on personal financial success. Well, you know, we've been coming up with this thing that the children can help us with the business, and in return, we can pay them allowance money, and that ends up being a tax write-off. But I found out, you know, when your money's in a credit union or a traditional bank, you're not really making any extra interest off of that. And thanks to Kimber Bond, one of my mentors, you know, she's just amazing when it comes to finances. But she actually took her money and invested in Ally Bank, and you can look that up online. And you're actually getting more bang for your buck, and maybe pennies or coins depending on how much that you're investing in. So what I'm actually headed to do before the holidays is to actually close their credit union accounts and actually move it to Ally Bank. I did that last week. So I'm actually going to move their money to Ally Bank and actually start some of the invested money that we have for them there. And on top of that, I found another really cool thing called Greenlight. And it's actually where they have their own debit cards with their names on it. I mean, you can do it with the bank, but this is kind of different. It's kind of like a cash card. But they have their name on it, and that's actually going to teach them how to be responsible money. I think Roddy J's pulled it up.
You can see we have all the boys' cards in a app now. So anytime we want to give them allowance money, anytime we want to reward them for doing their chores, anytime they need, you know, lunch money, anytime they need whatever it is, field trip stuff, we can just come to the app, send it directly from our bank account to their card. You know, when you're writing off your lifestyle, when you're an entrepreneur, you can actually pay your children tax deductible wages, which means that you don't pay taxes on the money that you've made if you're giving it to your kids for wages, for, you know, helping out around the house or helping you in your home-based business. Tell them to do your PowerPoint or hold the camera while you do a video. You need to be able to document that you've paid them. You can pay them up to $6,000 a year each. After $6,000, they have to start paying taxes on it. With this app, it actually allows you to kind of be compliant with the IRS, because you have to be able to show that you sent it to them. You can't just say, yeah, I gave Ray, you know, $5 back in, you know, January. You have to actually show a paper trail, like T.I.
That's right. So, if you're a busy, want to be organized mom, you probably have a bag that you take with you everywhere. So this is my bag, and I don't get paid by them, so I'm not going to advertise it. But anyway, this is my laptop bag. I take it with me everywhere I go, even school, because I'm lost without all my stuff. So I actually use my phone. I can't show you really my Google Calendar right now, but the Google Calendar app is awesome. iPhone users, I don't know what you're using, but it's awesome. And I actually linked that with my Calendly, which I'm going to do a separate video on that. And he taught me how to do that one. And anytime I have anything business-wise, which is Novae Powered by my Econ, and even Elegant Occasions by Alle, anytime that I have anything with that, with a client, it actually links it to my Google Calendar, shows that I'm unavailable, and it bings on my phone and reminds me that I have an appointment. It's really cool. But anyway, really quickly, so I came up with this 21-day challenge for November, because, you know, it takes about 21 days before you break a habit. So I came up with this routine schedule, and I love paper, so again, I'm analytical, so it helps me. So I just went to Excel, and I put all my tasks on, and I separated it by things, and every day I go in and I just initial when I get things done. And what happens is when I reflect, I look and I see that I haven't gotten things done. I just actually move those things to the next day on a separate piece of paper, which is a separate notebook that I have. Doing my prayer closet every day, devotionals, getting exercise every morning, eating fruits and drinking a full glass of water. That's very important. Taking my sprayology, so visit sprayclean.com. Sending the boys to tutoring, checking their planners every night. Some of these things seems like it's simple. You should remember all those things, but again, we have 5 children, and we're other things going on. So I have to keep a mental track on paper of what I have to do all the time. Decluttering the office spaces. I do that twice a week for all of us. For us upstairs in our home office, because just having clear, office space is very, very important for your mindset. So we do that as well. Even, reaching out to people, making sure that I follow up with people that we're helping and all types of things, and studying. And especially I broke down my schedule as far as school is concerned, where I study 1 class a day because I go to school 5 days a week. So some classes that are heavier, I do twice a week. 2 of those I do twice a week, but the rest of them, I do every day. So I just break everything down. And on top of that, the boys' chores are here, and when mommy helps them, but of course they're getting paid for chores. So last but not least is this awesome happy planner. It is exactly what it says. It is a happy planner. So let me open here. I want to show you all my business. But if you see, this is November, and this is actually the front of it. So what this basically is just a summary of everything I have to do.
She got stickers, y'all. Stickers. When she got this pack of stickers, she was jumping up and down like a kid on their birthday. Oh man, I love it. Yes. And I use my coupons. If you don't have the Michaels app, download that. Save your coins, ladies. Save your coins. Y'all know about the maps. But anyway, I even put my weight, my beginning balances for my bank accounts, and then at the end of the month I put my ending balances, so I can always reflect and see if I'm making money, if I'm losing money, spending too much money. That's a whole nother video, because I have a finance Excel sheet I did that is awesome, helping me so much. But anyway, let's flip. Let me show you one where I cleaned it this day. These are mainly assignments, and I feel I cleaned it because I got the majority of it done. You see a couple things I didn't get done is because those things weren't priority. And so what I do is I write them in pencil, but when I know they're done, I highlight them. So if they're not highlighted, it sticks out to me more, because my goal is to get everything done. So I want more highlights. You can see I want more highlights than pencil marks. So when it's a penciled in thing, I move it to the next week, and in that separate notebook that I have with all of my assignments and tasks and everything else. So anyway, in a nutshell, I didn't want to keep you too long, but that's how we do it. And again, Google Calendar is awesome. I put what I'm doing in there because he's always doing separate stuff too. Yeah, and you can actually invite other people. So that's really cool, because every now and then I'll get a ding on my phone, and it'll say Alle's invited you to, I don't know, like a parent-teacher meeting or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It's in my calendar now. I didn't have to do anything. So it helps keep couples on track too,
Absolutely. So again, that's our tidbit for this morning. We hope that you have an amazing holiday, and we'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
Fast forwarding, I know we're skipping around a lot in this video, but if you've seen the previous video or the previous segment of this video, then you saw where we ordered the boys their green light cards. So let me see your card, Xavier. Make sure I cover his number up. But if you look, he's got his name on there. It's a MasterCard. I wanted to personally see if it really works like a debit card. So I brought all the boys. I already had their allowance loaded. I loaded them. They picked their PIN numbers. We came to Walmart, and I just let them have at it. I reminded them how much was on their card, let them pick up their things. Xavier brought up a really good point. He was like, oh, Mom, I forgot about tax. So we went to the self-checkout. I let them do everything themselves. I just let them have at it, and they did really, really good. So you guys, how do you feel about your debit cards?
Hold up.
He's got Swedish Fish.
Favorite candy. I wish I would get sponsored by Swedish Fish.
One day you may get sponsored. Who knows?
I felt good about it because, you feel a rush when you do it. It's like fun. When you start to get doing it, you want to spend a lot of money. But if you don't have that much money, you're limited. So you have to know when you're limited. I'm not trying to make fun of you, but Rayshawn, he went over.
Yep.
It was just by a little bit, though. It was 22 cents.
Mm-hmm.
But still, he bent over. You gotta think about that, and limit yourself. That's all.
That's right.
You like the lollipop?
That's right. So, Rashawn, how did you feel?
I felt great, even though I went over a little bit, but it was just the first time, so I guess I can get used to it.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. So you got to kind of keep a calculator in your head when you're spending money and make sure that, you're adding things up. What I always do when I'm shopping is if something, say, $6.98, I always round it up $1. Or if something is $5.50, I round up $1. Or just make it an even number, or even 50 cents. I just add some on it, make it even number, and keep that mental note in my head. That way when I get to the counter, I'm in a roundabout area. But you always got to think about tax, too. So I always remember it's like 7 cents. So, Jameson, how did you feel?
Good.
Good. So who spent the most?
Me.
Who spent the least? Oh, wow. Well, the journey begins. Again, parents, I think this is a very, very good thing to order for your children. They have their name on it. It's very personalized, their own PIN number. You have control to cut it on, to cut it off, to load it from your phone, and as soon as they spend money, it popped up on the very top of my screen, and I know their dad got one as well. Such and such spent so much money at such and such store. So again, that is our little tidbit on how to pay your children, and make sure that you keep a running pad or a paper trail. So that's our time. So until next video.
Wait. Supposed to be Swedish.